Hey, this is Sean Smith, the Director of Coaching and Training here at Motivating the Masses. And in this short video, I want to talk to you about two things that are crucial when it comes to you building your coaching business. That's magnetism and marketing. Now, when I talk about magnetism, I'm not saying using any sort of techniques, influence, persuasion, stuff like that to try to get people to come towards you. What I'm talking about is magnetism that comes from your core, and it comes from a knowingness that you really are a master at your craft, and that requires certainty. It's a level of certainty that honestly most coaches never get to. And specifically in the coaching industry, if people don't believe that you have the certainty, you have the clarity, you have the confidence that you can help them achieve some kind of outcome in their life, they can't trust you. And if they can't trust you, they'll never hire you. So what I see a lot in this industry is a lot of coaches that just race out to the marketing piece. Let me put up websites. Let me create the sales pages. Let me try to get people to buy my programs and products, and they don't spend enough time on mastering their craft. You owe it to your clients, to the people that you show up to serve, to master your craft and for you to show up with the confidence that most of the time they don't have in themselves. Now, this kind of certainty that creates that deep-seated magnetism, unconscious attraction, is the foundational piece before you even get into the second part, which is marketing. However, it's not about the kind of marketing that most of us think we have to do. It's not about being salesy, pushy. It's not about having all this psychological language down and all of that stuff. Specifically with coaches, your marketing has to feel good. We're not selling widgets here, right? People are not just paying us money and then we're just going to give them some sort of product so they can, fix a hole in their wall. We're selling transformation, regardless of whether it's in relationships or financial or just personal development. You're selling a life shift for people. So because we're playing a different game here with more emotional attachment to our clients, your marketing has to feel good. It has to feel good for them as a prospect, but even more importantly, it has to feel really good for you. Because what I know is this: most people that want to coach don't want to sell. They don't want to market. That's not who they are. It's not in their DNA. We just want to help people out, right? So the traditional forms of marketing are not going to resonate with you. And if they don't resonate with you, you won't do them. And if you don't do them and nobody knows about your business, you can't create any kind of revenue. Now, either one of these concepts without the other doesn't work. So you can have all the magnetism and the certainty as a coach and have all that confidence, but if you don't get the marketing game and you don't create something that feels good to you and your prospects, then you're going to struggle as a business owner. But if you have the marketing side down, you've got the sales, you've got all the funnels, you've got all that whiz-bang stuff that really converts, but you don't have the magnetism and the certainty, there's going to be an energetic disconnect, and your brand, your loyalty, your community will really suffer in the process. So what's the answer? Putting them both together, having that foundational piece, but also understanding some of the business concepts, understanding how to create a message that attracts people, feels good for them, and invites them to say yes to themselves, to say yes to you, and so that you can do your work and help them change their lives. Now, when I started my business, nobody really taught me about these two pieces and how necessary each one of them was to the other. Fortunately, I figured them out, and when I started my business, I had done so much work on myself and I really mastered the craft that once I put the marketing to it, we exploded. We actually did over $300,000 in revenue in our first 18 months in business as a coach, which is fantastic. But the very next year, I pulled away from some of the marketing concepts that I know, and we plummeted and we ended up filing bankruptcy. So I've really experienced the best of both worlds, and I want to help you avoid the big, huge pitfalls as you build your business and you serve people with your message. Now, if this is resonating with you and you are currently a coach or you want to be a coach, I want to invite you to apply for a spot in a live special workshop that I've got coming up called Magnetic Marketing for Coaches. Now, I've never taught this information in a live seminar before, and I can't wait for you to experience it. And the key word there is experience. This isn't going to be a bunch of intellectual transfer of knowledge where then you have to go out and do the work on your own. We're going to roll our sleeves up and we're going to get work done in both of these two areas. I want to teach you my 6-part coaching framework that I learned over years and years and years of doing this work that will, number one, give you the mastery as a coach and the skill skill set and the confidence and that magnetism that I was talking about, so that people really feel your level of certainty. And not only that, it's going to help you amplify the results for your clients as you walk them through this 6-part process. And what I love about this framework is it can be shrunk down into a 10-minute phone call, or it can be expanded into a full day or maybe even a 5-day seminar. But the framework of where to start and where you want to guide your clients to is completely adaptable, flexible, and customizable to whatever it is that you teach your clients. And then we wouldn't be doing you a service if we didn't teach you some of the marketing pieces that are necessary for you to not just build a business, but for you to build a coaching business. And there are some distinctions. So over the course of the last several years, as I've been helping brand new coaches build their business from scratch, or seasoned coaches amplify their business to new levels, I've developed somewhat of a roadmap, and I call it the just do this approach. And the reason it's a just do this approach is because I find that coaches get too overwhelmed with all the different marketing concepts out there, and they want to do this and that and this and that and this all at the same time, and that kind of overwhelm and scattered energy never leads to any kind of success. So what I have for you is what I call the 300K blueprint. It's really the exact blueprint that I followed step by step to build my business, but I've taken out some of the things that I wouldn't do again. I want to help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made so that I can shorten your learning curve and get you to where you want to be quicker, faster, and with less bruises, bumps, and scrapes along the way. Because let's be honest, some of the mistakes that coaches make along the way are crushing to their bank account and their spirit. And if you make some of these mistakes, you might not be able to recover from them. So on this page is a way for you to apply for a spot for Magnetic Marketing for Coaches. And we want to really protect the integrity of this event. We're only taking certain kinds of people. You've got to be a high-level thinker. You've got to be serious about building your coaching business. And you have to have the right mindset. So if that sounds like you and you're interested in having my personal support so I can get my hands on your business in an intimate, small, sleeves rolled up kind of environment where we're not just going to learn things, we're going to implement things that you can immediately apply into your business, then I invite you to apply for one of these spots. Somebody from our team will get back to you within 48 hours and let you know if it's a good fit or not. And even if you're not sure that you want to do this event, I invite you to apply anyway. You never know, you might learn something about yourself or your business just by going through the process. So on behalf of all of us here at Motivating the Masses, we are 100% committed to supporting you in living a prosperous and abundant life. I look forward to seeing you and serving you soon.